ABC's Monday Night Football. Brought to you by United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies. By Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. By Goodyear, when it comes to tires and auto service, nobody fits you like Goodyear. And by Miller High Life, brewed to be smooth, never bitter, takes time to make, time to enjoy.
This report details new opportunities in several markets here.
And we'll be arriving in
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, at 200 kilometers, 125 miles per hour for you.
I never would have known. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Too bad.
They're home for the holidays, and home has never been like this.
Hello, darling.
Cocoon, The Return. Rated PG. Starts Wednesday at theaters everywhere.
It was an awful sound.
The most awful sound.
Amen.
It was a hissing.
It was a buzz. You cannot describe it with the human mouth.
Say no more.
If your long distance sounds bad, call and hear why 9 out of 10 business people prefer the sound of U.S. Sprint.
You know what smooth is? You gotta stop and taste the High Life. Smooth is the sensation of cracking open a cold Miller High Life. Smooth is the anticipation of that first mouthful hitting the back of your parched throat. And smooth is the feeling of a beer that goes down easy, never bitter. Stop and taste the High Life. Smooth is knowing how good that first Miller High Life tasted, and that it's time to enjoy another.
It takes time to get your gal to see the light. It takes time. It isn't always love at sight. From the first little glance till she's ready for romance. Remember, little man, it takes time. It takes time to make the coffee percolate. It takes time to get your gal set the date. From the first moonlit walk till you get the baby talk.
The Elegance Collection from Citizen.
Yeah.
Once again, the automotive world is focusing on Mercedes-Benz because the engineers who created the 190 class and a whole new automotive category have just recreated it.
Give me 2,000 1 second.
Introducing the Mercedes-Benz 190 class, the second generation.
Isn't it romantic?
With less than a minute to play in the NFC Championship game in January of '82 and the 49ers trailing Dallas by 6, Joe Montana made what is known in the Bay Area as the throw. Dwight Clark made what is simply known as the catch. Niners beat Dallas, go on to beat Cincinnati in the Super Bowl.
Pure. Genuine. Never heat pasteurized. A beer that's made unlike any other. Cold filtered to give you the rich, smooth taste of real draft beer. That's the mark of a great beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as it gets.
My brother just got the most critically acclaimed, top-rated compact disc player, a Magnavox.
Sounds good, too.
No other CD players won more awards for flawless sound.
Sounds good, too.
Audio experts say nothing even comes close.
It sounds great.
Magnavox makes incredible CD players.
Sounds good, too.
Well, what do you expect? Magnavox is the company that invented CD technology.
Then you suspect it would sound good, too.
They're smart, Tom.
Yeah, very smart.
Magnavox. Smart choice. Very smart.
After rigorous examination of the Mercedes-Benz 300E, one automotive journal concluded that it may be the best sedan in the world, and another journal called it a nearly spectacular mix of performance and practicality, the Mercedes-Benz 300E. Now that it's astonished the experts, let it astonish you.
The threat, unthinkable.
A 9-megaton nuclear warhead.
Task, impossible. Every second counts. Disaster at Silo 7, Sunday.
When it comes to doing business in faraway lands, you gotta know your way through the jungle. You gotta earn your stripes. You gotta bridge the distance. You can't afford to bungle. You gotta snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Now is no time to beat around the bush. You gotta help your customers get through customs. They don't want you sitting on your tush. This reminder from Federal Express that it's not just a package, it's your business.
Dear Rayovac, I have a complaint. My husband ordered a radio-controlled car. The car was being run all over the house, chasing the dog, chasing me. The instructions said it would only operate for 1 hour on C batteries. Your batteries lasted for over 4 hours of constant operation. 4 hours? Finally, I had to throw husband and car out. Sincerely, Barbara Freeman, Redmond, Washington.
Rayovac. Batteries that turn people on.
Jane said I used to be in great shape.
The DP Ergometer Treadmill. For home fitness, electronic pulse programming, smooth, quiet, adjustable. DP quality, made in the USA. DP, fit for life.
What do you mean, used to?
The battle for the AFC West title heats up. The Los Angeles Raiders take on their division rivals, the Seattle Seahawks. Next week on ABC's Monday Night Football.
Mark and Brian, rockin' LA. It's another hot one out there. 98, 12 degrees and no relief in sight. It's hot, hot, hot.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filtered one.
Man, I could sure go for one of these.
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth, draft taste hasn't been changed by depasteurization, we've got it down cold. Right. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
We have a slightly revised forecast. It's cold. Go.
Attenzione! Tanto per cominciare, sapete che abbiamo più di 10.000 uffici in tutto il mondo?
Learning how to talk fast is one way to save on international calls.
In French, Mr. Duffy. Ah, bonjour, JVM, comment allez-vous, J. Vaudrey. German, Mr. Baldwin.
Hallo, mir geht es gut. Wie geht es Ihnen? Ich möchte Ihnen gerne wichtige Ansagen über das Zeugnis des Firmenmarkt mit über 10.000 Büros in allen Teilen der Welt unterhalten.
Now, there's a better way to save with U.S. Sprint's International Long Distance Sale. Save as much as 10 to 34% if you call before November 30th and switch to Sprint.
This is ABC.
Come to Doan Buick First and you'll save money. Nobody's bigger. Nobody's better than Doan. Here's why. This beautiful 88 Buick Regal, automatic power steering, AM/FM stereo, and much more. Choose a low 3.9% interest rate or rebates to $750. It's yours for an incredible $216 a month. Or this stylish 89 Buick Century, automatic power steering and brakes, air conditioning, AM/FM stereo, an unbelievable $209 a month. Doan Buick, bigger and better. 3800 Ridge Road West.
How a local celebration of twins is connected to John Kennedy. That story tonight.
ABC's Monday Night Football. Brought to you by Pontiac. We build excitement.
The big one.
You hear the thunder.
If you're into high performance, you've got to get into one of these. The 89 Pontiac Bonneville. Bonneville is a sports sedan that moves like a ground-level flying machine. Big, fast, and powerful. Bonneville. Test one soon.
Rebuild excitement.
Some people see shaving as something you do for 3 minutes a day. At Braun, we see it as something you do for a lifetime. And we think you should make the best of it. The Braun Shaver, with its 3 shaving positions. Designed for those who choose to make a virtue out of necessity. Braun, the world's #1 selling foil shaver.
Pure. Genuine. Never heat pasteurized. A beer that's made unlike any other. Cold filtered to give you the rich, smooth taste of real draft beer. That's the mark of a great beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as it gets.
You hear the thunder, thunder.
The '89 Pontiac Grand Prix does more than just offer you driving excitement. It guarantees it. Take 30 days after you buy your new Grand Prix to make sure it's the ride of your life. If it isn't, bring it back. Your selling dealer will give you full credit toward another new Pontiac. Grand Prix. Guaranteed.
It takes time to get your gal to see the light. It takes time. It isn't always love at sight. From the first little glance till she's ready for romance. Remember, little man, it takes time. It takes time to make the coffee percolate. It takes time to get your gal to set the date. From the first moonlit walk till you get the baby talk.
The Elegance Collection from Citizen.
Yeah.
IBM presents You Make the Call. A Dan Marino pass is intercepted by Ronnie Lott of the 49ers, who, while in the grasp of a Dolphin opponent, throws a lateral pass to teammate Tom Homo, who then advances for an apparent touchdown. Now you make the call. Is this a touchdown?
I got it.
Now people who work at home can get a great deal on an IBM PS2.
The boss will love this.
The affordable PS2 Model 25.
Distribution, of course. Why didn't you think of that?
Get instant credit, a cash rebate, plus a whole lot more.
I was inspired. Aha! Right. I'll sleep on it.
Visit your IBM authorized dealer for details about a special offer on the PS2 Model 25.
What call did you make? Since Lott was moving forward as he threw the lateral, this is a legal play, and the receiver is allowed to advance, in this case, for a touchdown.
You feel the motion. The fever is high.
If you like your cars big, smooth, and powerful, this ought to be your next one. The Pontiac Bonneville. Bonneville, a lot of cars, a lot of driving excitement. See your Pontiac dealer and check one out.
Get your Pontiac. Bonneville ride.
The battle is set. Number 1, Notre Dame meets number 2, USC, with the national title on the line. Saturday on ABC's College Football.
We have the means to unite the country, the world, in seconds.
It's perfect.
Imagine putting that power in everyone's hands.
Japan, Zurich, LA on board?
The network. Everything's in place.
Network secure.
Banks should be this secure.
Activate the network.
Introducing MCI Fax, the world's dedicated fax network. Now send documents with the speed, the quality, the power only a dedicated network can provide.
What a beautiful day for a revolution.
With MCI Fax, it's there already.
Quick, up here.
He looks just like you.
Looking all right yourself, kid.
Now when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates, you get a free plush musical ornament of Oliver or Dodger. The characters from the new Disney movie, Oliver and Company, now only at a theater near you. Oliver and Dodger make great gifts and even play a tune.
Hey, Dodge, we made beautiful music together.
Yeah, kid.
Your holiday place, McDonald's.
Hey, how'd it go on the new job, son?
Not bad. You know, they asked me to a meeting today.
They asked the union.
Yeah. It was a meeting on how we can improve quality. Well, they want to know what I thought.
It's not like it was when I was on the line.
You know, I had a pretty good idea.
3 GM makes were rated as the best-built 1988 American cars by their owners in the latest J.D. Power Initial Quality Survey.
Last year, Bo Jackson rewrote the Raiders' record books with his performance in Seattle. Next week, he returns to the Kingdome as the Raiders meet the Seahawks on ABC's Monday Night Football.
I'm Mark May of the Washington Redskins, and I want to show you a miracle that's happening right here in the National Capital area. A miracle that I've seen as United Way volunteer. Just off Route 4 in Maryland, passers-by stop to purchase the beautiful potted plants, flowers, and shrubs that are grown here at Melwood Nursery. Here is an award-winning program that trains developmentally disadvantaged citizens and then places them in jobs as groundkeepers and horticulturalists. Here, these often forgotten people learn and grow through this United Way supported program. Millions pass by these national monuments every day and appreciate the beauty in the flowers and the landscape. But the real beauty here is from the people of Melwood and you who give to the United Way. Together, we can make these little miracles come true. Because the United Way, it brings out the best in all of us.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
Tomorrow night.
Byron must never find out about us.
If this war goes on 2 more years, every Jew in Europe will be dead.
There's only one way to save Germany now. Kill him.
Where do you go next? Moscow?
Mr. President, I am always yours to command.
Well, I'll be moving on soon. Probably to Moscow.
Welcome to Germany.
I know who we are.
The continuation of war and remembrance. Tomorrow at 9, 8 Central.
When you service all the cars we do, welcome. Perfection is automatic. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. People who know what they're doing.
Panasonic presents the Smooth Operators. The Smooth Operators are cordless rechargeable razors that shave remarkably close, either wet or dry. It takes a smooth operator to unite the old-fashioned closeness of a warm, wet shave with the convenience and no-nip comfort of an electric. Don't try this with any plugged-in razor. Smooth Operator wet-dry razors from Panasonic. Smoother than you ever thought you'd be.
Why Oliver North could be pardoned after the game.
ABC's Monday Night Football. Brought to you by Taco Bell. Taco Bell has your order. Make a run for the border.
Back at Candlestick Park, we're at halftime. The San Francisco 49ers have exploded to a 23-7 lead over the Washington Redskins. A very important game for both of these ball clubs. Over the past season, we have been bringing you a lot of human interest stories that surround the NFL, and what can be more human than the family life of a pro football player. And when you stick around for a long time, like Dave Butts had for 15 years, this game can genuinely affect your family life in many ways, Lynn, and I know you had a chance to talk with him. He's quite a remarkable man.
Certainly is. We talk about the impact a professional football player has when he's drafted. He comes into this league. He impacts his own family. He impacts his past community, the community he's going to play for. But what we don't often talk about is the little people around him that they impact. Right now, let's take a look at a young person who lives in the shadow cast by his father. For this boy and thousands of others like him, professional football is a distant playground. A ticket buys a seat from which most kids only dream. Dave Butts, the Redskins' all-pro defensive lineman, is a hero in those dreams. But for his son, 11-year-old David Butts II, it is reality.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy.
Being a son of a football player allows him sometimes to get away with a little bit, and then again, I don't want it to. We try to keep him as normal as we can. Still, I want him to mind. I want him to listen to his mom, because I might not be here all the time. And so I want him to help out and basically be a good kid.
I don't want to feel special in anything, because I just want to be a normal kid. And if everybody thinks I'm special, then I'm going to get treated like I'm real cocky or something.
The family moves from their home in Belleville, Illinois to Reston, Virginia every football season, causing a difficult adjustment for David entering a new school every 6 months.
The first time I realized that he really played football was probably my first day in first grade at Whiteside School in Illinois. I walked in and then all the kids were gathered around me asking all these questions, so I didn't really feel like answering anything, so I just said, well, he's going to retire next year. When the kids started to treat me like a normal kid in school, it'd probably be about the 4th grade.
At Sunday soccer games, Dad is not there, but David understands the sacrifices that his father's profession dictates.
I don't really feel left out at all, because if he came to the soccer games at all, then he wouldn't be a football player, so... And what else could he do to support his family?
So daily responsibilities lie with David's mother, Candy. She stresses the importance of keeping the family together.
When it comes to the choices of separating the family, separating the children from their father during the football season, to me there are no options. You go with the family, and that old saying, home is where the heart is. You keep the family together and you make your home there.
All of the adjusting would be difficult even for an adult. For David, sacrifice is not without its reward. Helmet in hand, he gets to follow his dad into the locker room.
Being in the Redskins locker room after a big victory, it's kind of special because, you know, not like everybody gets to do that. And you can walk around and meet all the players and all the big stars of everybody, and walk around, help the equipment managers get things together and everything. It's just a real good feeling.
After Super Bowl 22, he even had a chance to be interviewed like a star.
Young man's name is Dave Butts. Is that heavy?
Yeah, no.
You had quite a...
When we were at the White House after the Super Bowl and the president shook my dad in my hand, he said, what position do you play? And he said, I play right guard. And then I said, well, right now I'm playing son.
Well, that's what it's like when your father's a professional football player. We've tried to show you one of the ripples of the splash that a professional athlete makes. Keep in mind that the day that Dave Butts decides to retire, his son will have another adjustment to make. When we come back, two of the key players who will be battling it out for the #1 position in college football, Notre Dame and the University of Southern California.
Just down the road, there's a place with a sound all its own. Chicken. The only chicken grilled at the border. New grilled chicken fajitas from Taco Bell. Juicy marinated chicken. All wrapped up and ready to go. Price sounds juicy too. Sounds like a border run. New grilled chicken fajitas.
Taco Bell has a roar to make a run for the border.
There you see the latest standings in Associated Press's top 5 of college football. Notre Dame and USC firmly entrenched in the #1 and #2 positions, and they're going to battle it out this Saturday as we bring that game to you live, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific time. With us tonight from USC, named All-American this afternoon, Eric Abhalter, the wide receiver, and from South Bend, the campus of Notre Dame, is Mike Stonebreaker, a Butkus Award finalist at linebacker. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Eric, quickly to you. An update on your USC team. It seems like the illness of the week for Rodney Peete is going to be a strep throat.
Yeah, he has laryngitis this week, and he got rid of the measles last week, came back and played a great game. This week, he showed up for practice on Sunday and wasn't able to talk. So practice was a little strange today, but we sure hope that he's going to be ready for Saturday, and we're sure he will be.
Mike, your team met Penn State this weekend. It was a wet ball game. I don't think your team played a great game. Were you looking toward this game at USC?
Oh, no, I think the weather conditions, it was kind of muddy out, and we knew that Penn State was going to come out and play hard. They didn't want to end with a losing season, so it was just a good, tough, hard game. And, you know, that game's behind us now. Now we're getting ready for USC.
It's the beginning of the week. Lou Holt's a very emotional coach. What has he told you already about this ball game?
This is a game of the year. You know, we're #1, they're #2, and it's just, you know, it's a game everybody's looking at, and 93,000 people, and, you know, we're just getting ready to go out there and show everybody a good time.
Eric, your team now going to the Rose Bowl. You've won the Pac-10 championship, so you don't have to worry about that goal. You're going to play a loose ball game this weekend?
We're going to go out there and play the same type of ball game we've been playing all year. We're going to do what got us to this point. Whether it's a loose ball game, we really want to come out and run the ball and throw the ball and really give what they take us out there. So we're going to take advantage of what they do and play our best.
Every college player and coach in America would like to be in this ball game where you two will be. You had to have thought about this at some point in time. What were some of those dreams? What did you imagine this national championship game would be like? First you, Eric.
Yeah, it is a dream. It's something that you think about when you're young, and it's one of the reasons I came to USC and to playing games like this. So we're really looking forward to the opportunity, and we really like to take advantage of that opportunity. And I think one of the goals of this team is to establish USC as a national power again. I think winning this football game would do that for us.
Mike, your response to that?
Yeah, every player, everyone who plays college football, you know, at the beginning of the season, everybody has goals, and the main goal is to win the national championship. And through the course of the season, you know, some teams fall out, and now it's come down to number 1 and number 2, and, you know, this is everything that it's all about. And, you know, we're just glad to be here, and we're going to go out and do our best and hopefully come away with the win.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck this weekend, which should be a great ball game, and we're happy at ABC to be a part of it. Right now, we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the second half of action here in San Francisco.
Remember how determined your parents were to give you the gift of knowledge, no matter how many gifts it took? Today, you have a big advantage with the Apple II GS. Apple II computers are found in more schools than any other computer. Your parents gave you the world. You can give your kids the universe.
49ers over the Washington Redskins. We'll return for the second half after this message about an upcoming show on ABC and then news from your local station. Stay with us.
ABC's Monday Night Football, brought to you by Apple Computer, giving you the power to be your best in home, school, and business.
25 years ago, an assassin's bullet left a mark on American history. Tomorrow, a look at the day John Kennedy died.
Plus Phil Collins on Good Morning America.
Tuesday, it's Tony Danza in a dual role.
Grandpa? In Italy, we have only one show. I love Lucia.
On Who's the Boss? Then, it's time for Domestic Bliss, Roseanne style.
You only married me for my cooking.
I married you because you needed a date for your wedding.
Followed by War and Remembrance, Tuesday.
Good evening. News at halftime includes a tragic start to deer hunting.
A Massillon man is dead after accidentally shooting himself in the abdomen while dismantling a hunter's tree stand. 39-year-old Vincent Drury died at about 9 o'clock tonight. The festival tent is going back up downtown. Mayor Thomas Ryan says the tent will return to its former site with new guidelines in place.
Rochester firefighters responded to a house fire on Saratoga Street tonight. A two-story apartment house extensively damaged. No one injured. The cause, as yet, has not been determined. And coming up after the game, we'll introduce you to twins John Fitzgerald and Jacqueline Caroline, born 25 years ago, one day prior to the death of a president. We'll take a look at sports and weather in just a moment.
When you travel with Preferred Care, you're covered from Anchorage to Zanzibar and every place in between. So you have a world of reasons to prefer Preferred Care, now more than ever before. A car that holds so much costs so little? Because it's a Volkswagen Jetta, under $10,500.
America's favorite health kick milk.
Time now for a look at halftime sports. They need some new goal posts in Buffalo, but nobody cares.
The Bills win the AFC East, and then things get crazy. Listen to Coach Marv Levy after the game, and keep in mind he has a master's in English history from Harvard.
Je regrette, je ne parle pas français very well.
And who will forget this play? Jim Kelly scrambles for a gain, but that wasn't enough. He tosses back to, of all people, tackle Will Wolford, who then drops the football.
Turn around and see if there's anybody to pitch it back to, and Will told you what's staying there, so decided to pitch it to Will, but Will didn't want it.
It is time to go back to work. They play Cincinnati on Sunday. Wanda?
And Bill is here now with the forecast.
I think we've got a rather pleasant week ahead, the way it's shaping up right now, Wanda. Taking a look at our temperatures in the morning, a cool start in the 30 with some sun, but near 40 then in the afternoon, and again some sunshine. It looks like Thanksgiving Day ahead is going to be very pleasant also. Nice week coming ahead.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bill.
And, of course, we remind you we'll have a full newscast tonight after Monday Night Football.
How often do you watch Jeopardy?
Oh, I watch it all the time.
I second that emotion.
Weeknights at 7:30, only on WOKR 13.
The new Buick Riviera. It's a classic all over again.
The road has been waiting, you're anticipating the spirit you felt way back when. Riviera is back, a classic again. Legend once more, what the road's waiting for. Riviera, a classic return. All the great American road belongs to Buick.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filter pond.
Can you draft anyone?
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, we've got it down cold. Cold filtered, more genuine draft. It's as real as beer gets.
The art of investment and financial security requires painstaking preparation. Bold strokes influenced by a mastery of expertise, creative approaches to annuities and mutual funds, innovative forms of insurance, and comprehensive health services. As one of the strongest diversified financial experts, we have the capabilities to turn the business of investment into an art. The Travelers. You're better off under the umbrella.
These two teams met in the NFC Championship game in January of '84. It took a Mark Mosley field goal to win it for Washington after the Redskins had squandered a 21-0 lead. But with 40 seconds left, this three-pointer gave Washington a 24-21 victory and sent them to the Super Bowl.